Hey guys, Miira here and welcome back to the channel. If you're heading to Japan soon, there is one thing I highly recommend getting before you even board the plane, and that's an eSIM. I've traveled without one before, and let me tell you, dealing with airport SIM cards, searching for Wi-Fi, or paying crazy roaming fees is just not worth the stress, especially when you're exhausted from traveling. That's why I started using Saily, and so in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how Saily works, what I loved about it, what you should know before using it, and whether it's really the best option for your next trip to Japan. And if you want to try it out, you can use my discount code GVUTechOutCheckout for 15% off when you download the Saily app or visit their website. And so without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so before I show you exactly how Saily works and what my experience was like using it, let me quickly explain what it actually is, and why I think it's something you really don't want to travel without. Now, an eSIM is basically a digital version of a traditional SIM card that's built into your phone, making it a super convenient option for travelers or anyone who needs mobile data abroad. Instead of swapping out physical SIM cards, you can activate an eSIM digitally, which makes the process way easier. One of the biggest benefits is that you can set it up before you even leave for your trip, so there's no need to search for local SIM cards or worry about overpriced tourist plans. eSIMs also tend to be much cheaper than international roaming, depending on your carrier. And unlike roaming, where speeds are usually slow, an eSIM connects you directly to a local network, giving you the best possible speeds wherever you are. Now, if you're looking for a reliable eSIM provider, Saily is one of the best options out there. It's powered by Nord Security, the same company behind NordVPN, and it works in over 200 countries. And one of the standout features is that with Saily, you only need to install the eSIM once. It works across multiple countries without having to reinstall a new eSIM for every destination. Not only that, but Saily goes beyond just mobile data. It also includes privacy and security features like ad blockers, web protection, and virtual location routing to keep your browsing safe from trackers and malicious websites. Now, I've used Saily eSIM on multiple trips over the last year, and getting started couldn't be easier. First, you just download the Saily app from the App Store or Google Play, or go straight to their website. From there, you'll find a variety of data plans to choose from. Just pick the one that best fits your travel needs. In this case, pick Japan, and you'll see a variety of data plans based on how long you'll be staying and how much data you think you'll need. Once you've chosen a plan, the app walks you through the setup step by step, and it only takes a couple of minutes. Now here's one important thing to remember: you do need internet connection to activate the eSIM, so the best way to do it is to install the eSIM on your phone before your flight, but wait to activate it until right before you leave or while you still have Wi-Fi. That way, when you land, your phone will automatically connect to the best available local network. No SIM card swaps, no messing with settings, and no stress. And if your phone supports 5G, you'll get those faster speeds as well, depending on the coverage in your area. Also, everything is managed right through the Saily app. You can check your data usage, top up your plan, or switch countries all in just a few taps. No need to log into a website or deal with customer service. It's all super straightforward. That being said, let's talk about what it actually costs to use Saily in Japan and what kind of options you have when it comes to data. Saily keeps things pretty straightforward with a few different prepaid data plans, so you're only paying for what you actually need, and there are no contracts or hidden fees to worry about. Starting with the 1 GB plan, it lasts for 7 days and costs just under $4, plus you'll also earn 3% back in Saily credits with that purchase. Next up is the 3 GB plan, which gives you 30 days of data for just under $8. Then there's the 5 GB plan for about $11, which is also valid for 30 days, and both are great mid-range options depending on how much data you think you'll need, and you'll earn 3% back in Saily credits with either one. Now, if you're planning to use your phone a bit more, the 10 GB plan is probably your best bet. It's normally about $18, plus you also get 5% in credits. This one's marked as their best choice, and it really is a great option for everyday use. There's also a 20 GB plan for around $25, which is also valid for 30 days and comes with that same 5% credit bonus. It's a great pick if you're staying longer or know you'll be on your phone a lot. But if you know you're going to be using a lot of data, like for watching videos or working remotely, they also have unlimited data plans. You can get unlimited data for 10 days for about $35, or go all the way up to 30 days for around $72 with other options in between like 15, 20, or 25 days. It gives you 5 GB of high-speed data per day, and after that your speeds slow down, but you'll still stay connected. Plus you earn 5% back in credits, which is a nice bonus if you plan on using Saily again. And like I mentioned earlier, if you want to try it out, you can use my discount code GVUTechOutCheckout when you download the Saily app or visit their website. It'll get you 15% off, which makes these already low prices even cheaper. Okay, so after using Saily on a few different trips, I've gotten a pretty good feel for where it stands out and what could maybe be improved. So let's start with the pros. First off, the biggest one for me is just how easy it is to get started. You don't need to mess with physical SIM cards or look for a kiosk when you land. You just set it up through the app before your trip, and when you arrive, your phone connects automatically. That level of convenience, especially after a long flight, makes a big difference. Another thing I really like is the data reliability. I used Saily for maps, social media, video calls, uploading photos, you name it, and it held up really well, even in areas that weren't super central. On top of that, their privacy features are a great bonus. The built-in ad blocker and web protection help keep your connection safer and your data from being wasted on stuff like pop-ups and trackers. I also really like how easy it is to manage and track your data. You get an alert when you've used up around 80% of your data, and topping up only takes a minute in the app. And if you travel often, the credit rewards you get with each plan add up and make future trips a little cheaper, which is actually a pretty new feature. That said, while Saily is very useful, like just about every product or service, or really just about anything, it's not perfect. For example, Saily is a data-only eSIM, which means it doesn't support traditional phone calls or SMS texting. So if you need to make calls or send messages, you'll have to use apps like WhatsApp, FaceTime, Telegram, or any other internet-based service. But let's be real, that's how most of us communicate anyway. So for most people, this really isn't a big deal. Another thing is, before you buy a plan, it's a good idea to check if your phone supports an eSIM. Most newer smartphones do, but just in case, Saily offers a full refund if it turns out your device isn't compatible. So overall, the pros definitely outweigh the cons for me, especially when it comes to ease of use, solid performance, and all the little features that just make traveling way smoother. So to wrap things up, if you're planning a trip to Japan, or honestly anywhere, you really don't want to deal with the stress of finding SIM cards or relying on random Wi-Fi, having an eSIM like Saily just makes things so much easier and smoother from the moment that you land. And I would definitely recommend you try them out if you're traveling anytime soon. And just to reiterate one last time, if you want to try it out, make sure to use my code GVUTechOutCheckout to get 15% off of your plan. You can do that either through their app or their website. The link's down below in the description. Anyway, that'll be all for this one. If you found this video helpful, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this one. And if you have any questions about using Saily or eSIMs in general, drop them in the comments. I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.